guys, so this is my ethnicity, religion, and gender discussion. And yeah, we're gonna start by referring to the readings, chapter 5, and the PBS Kids video. The PBS Kids video really made me understand how early kids recognize that people are different races and they start to ask questions and stuff. So I think that it's very important for adults, teachers, parents, and everything to have those open conversations and explain that everyone isn't going to look the same and that there are different races. Yeah, I said that it made me realize that, like, I have a 2-year-old right now, so I don't think he's recognizing race right now, but at some point I will have to have that conversation with him, like, hey, there are different races. Everybody's not gonna look like you, but we are gonna treat everybody the same, because under the flesh, everybody has the same blood. Well, not the same blood type, but everybody has red blood and bones and everything. Everybody looks the same underneath. So, you know, just touching bases with him on that topic. After reading White for how you say it, fragility or whatever, that pointed out how difficult conversations can be in certain households. I didn't really have too much to say about that. It was just that some conversations can be difficult when it comes to that. What else did I say in my notes? Oh yeah, I said whether someone agrees with every point in the article or not, it can become defensive when it's discussing race, because there are so many different there's so many different aspects and opinions, and certain people want their children raised up in certain ways. So not everybody's gonna have that conversation. Some conversations may be difficult, some of them may be easy. So I'm not gonna speak too much on that, but you already know how that goes. What else did I say? Oh, I found interesting about the racial identity development. That was something that was interesting, and it reminded me that understanding race isn't something that we're simply born with. Because think about it, kids, they're gonna run up and play with anybody despite how they look. That is something that is taught. Racism is taught, prejudice is taught, discrimination is taught. All of that is taught. Every last part of that is taught. So kids mimic what they see. So when it comes to the what was I just talking about? The racial identity development, that's something that's instilled in kids, and that's something that people need to be very mindful of. I said that it was shaped by family, schools, community, social media, personal experiences throughout lives. Like, you're forever gonna have a certain stereotype about a certain race or about a certain group of people. Excuse me. And it will always be affected, and it will always be altered throughout your life. Personally, I believe that having honest, age-appropriate conversations can help children grow. But, you know, not everybody believes that. You know how that goes. And me being a human development and family studies major, it's very important that we have those conversations, because there's a lot of different people in the world, in life. And you're going to encounter a lot of different people in the world and in life. So it's just, you just need to have it in your mind already. And shaping your children to have that mindset of not everybody's gonna look the same, and that's okay. But, you know, hey, everybody's different. Despite all of that, the question I came up with was, do you think avoiding conversations about race with children protects them from prejudice, or do you think it actually allows stereotypes and bias to develop? Why do you feel that way? Me personally, the answer to that question is avoiding those conversations will definitely make children go off of what they see and not what they know. And I feel like that's a big problem. A lot of kids are going off of what they see. So they see mom and dad act like this towards a certain race, they're going to do it, instead of you educating them ahead of time and letting them get their own opinion for themselves. And that's where all of that comes in. But yeah, that's my video for that.